Obviously, we're talking about the Michigan situation in college football, the Longhorns and Iowa State, the big game last night. Text coming in on that text line. We do appreciate it this morning and every morning at 447-3776. That is our text line. Hit us up there. This says that Big Ten decided to shove this thing under the rug because they have a team playing for the CFP. They know it will open a can of worms. Other teams doing the same. Well, I don't think any of the other teams doing to the extent, at least as far as we know. But I think this just stands to the course. I mean, the Big Ten had to do something because
Agreed.
the other schools in the league that were still playing this team wanted something done. And so they acted. Some thought they were, the due process side was like, wait, this is way too soon. But they did. And so I don't know if they swept it under the rug. They're just handing it back to the NCAA, which is kind of the normal way to doing things anyhow. They acted. He'll be, serve his 3-game suspension. And Michigan can still pursue a national championship.
Yep.
Because, the words due process are important, Rod. Sometimes we throw them around. But there is a chance. You got to leave over the idea that Michigan didn't do this, and this was all Connor Stallions. I don't believe that, but that's what the due process is about.
Exactly.
And so, Jim Harbaugh and the program deserve the right to try to go win a national championship without it being derailed by this. Same time, if things are found, then obviously that could be taken away when it's all said and done. But I do think the Big Ten and the conference had to do something in real time to appease the other members of its conference.
Like you said, new commissioner too.
New commissioner
if he had been, a commissioner had been around for a while, that he had some, political clout around there or something, some street cred that maybe been different. He was in no position to try to, force any or influence the rest of those athletic directors or presidents. He just didn't have enough alliances to do anything.
Well,
like
and
that.
look, I mean, that's not a popular
commissioner
of the Big Ten is not a popular job. Remember when it was Kevin Warren and they were trying to bail on the COVID stuff, and the teams wanted to play. The parents and the coaches were all wanting to go because the SEC and the Big 12 were playing. Why aren't we playing? And of course, Kevin Warren was the commissioner. He now works for the Chicago Bears. And Kevin Warren's son was playing at a school in the SEC. Yeah. So he was playing, and the commissioner saying, no, we can't play. Like, what are we doing? So
bad luck.
Yeah, well, and Michigan's also had the Michigan State scandals. They've had Joe Paterno scandal way back. I mean, the Big Ten, that's always coaches behaving badly. Urban Meyer, of course, in the Big Ten. Back at Ohio State, that was more with his own administration at Ohio State. But yeah, man, there's been some. Been some scandals in the Big Ten.
It have even recently. Northwestern coach.
Northwestern, the hazing with Pat Fitzgerald, he's out.
You can all read about that. There's a history there. I don't know. I don't want to list all of them because I don't want to go back to the darkest one. But we all know
because several people on our text line have already said can't wait for the 30 for 30 on the Michigan thing. Well, you can just do
Connor Stallions first.
Well, it looks to me like you could do a series of 30 for 30s on Big Ten coaches behaving badly.
I think you can.
I mean, come on.
Serious. I'm with you now. You just think of 5 or 6 off the top of your head.
Oh,
easy.
They just pop into your head, and they're scandals,
like serious ones,
like lawsuits now fired. Yeah. But in the end, Tony Petitti, Petitti gets to say I acted, did what I needed to do. The conference reacted to your complaints, and now we'll let this thing play out with the NCAA. Those schools can say, okay, at least they did something. And Michigan can move forward. And guess what? Like they always do, Rod, the lawyers win. A lot of billable hours for lawyers and no hearing today.
The lawyers did all that work, got paid, and did not even go into court. No litigation.
Well, because Michigan pitched a fit, and woe was us, and then we give up.
Yep.
We were going to lose.
That's it. They went through the stages of grief.
We don't want any discovery.
Started with denial. Then they threatened litigation at one point. Then they finally decided, you know what? The hell with it. Just accept it. Good for them. I wonder who convinced Harbaugh to accept it too. Somebody had to go ahead. He didn't do it. Somebody went to him and had that conversation with him.
Well, a lawyer who said, guys, we lost this TRO request for a reason. The judge wanted to be favorable to us, and we were going to lose today, essentially, and we were going to have people under oath. Let's not do that.
That did you in some deeper trouble, right?
Yes.
The cover up always being worse than the crime. It's like, come on, I agree with you on that. It's a good point. Like you don't want to go under oath. You don't want. That's a good point, especially if you're going to be saying some shady stuff, or you're going to be stretching the truth or exaggerating, whatever they want to do there.
Let's avoid that if we can, please.
Yeah, I agree.
Because we still have the right to remain silent, but at that point we don't.